everybody, BTC Simmer here with you. Afternoon, good evening, good night, no matter where you may be watching. We're here, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 at Keflavik Airport in Iceland. Bravo India Kilo Foxtrot Bikf. AI pilots flew here through OnAir. They've been doing a lot of flying for me, and that's how you utilize the program. So yeah, we're gonna head to Vagar, the Faeroe Islands, Echo Kilo Victor Golf. Head over there. It's about a 436 nautical mile flight. Planned through Simbrief and OnAir. We're gonna use runway 19 out of here and 30 over there. The route is OSKUM, ROSTI, G3 airway, and MY waypoint. I'll set up some sort of arrival there for runway 30. We have with us 37 passengers, 5795 cargo, for a total of 64,900 pounds. So some heavy weight here, just up near the limit. And as far as fuel goes, let me check that out here. Just gotta go into the aircraft menu. I did forget to write down how much fuel we had on board. I'm not even sure where to find that from here. I think it's like 1100 or 800 gallons or something. It's enough anyway. I know that. Alright. Go to our live operations map here. Click the payload button here. It shows you all the payload. However, oh, there's the fuel there. 991 gallons. 991. Okay, great. So we do have enough. Alright guys, price BTC is 27,118 today. 27,118 for 36,422. You guys know the Bitcoin conference is coming up. It's May 18th in Miami. I think it's 3 days long, is it? I'm not exactly sure how long it is, but I will be on, I believe I'll be on Rust on those days, here and there, checking it out. So make sure you check out the Bitcoin conference, check it out on YouTube, or Bitcoin magazine, check it out on there. Remember guys, one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. Long term, low time preference. Long and low time preference. Generational stacking, generational wealth. Emergency, you know your coin will be there. Alright, couple headlines here. BlockFi used customer money to buy $30 million insurance. Creditors claim. Yeah, I can see that. You guys, store your coin properly. Don't give it to a third party. Alright. 23,000 BTC transferred from Coinbase to cold wallets as Bitcoin takes dip. Yes, as it takes a dip. That's from you today. The one from BlockFi was from Cointelegraph. Let's see, one more here. Bitcoin bounce back. How call buyers are fueling the crypto recovery from News BTC. Oh yeah, it'll bounce back. Like I told you guys, they want your coin. Alright, they want your coin. Okay, as you can see, we're ready to taxi here. I just gotta configure the CDU and a couple other things, and we'll be good to go. Let's jump on in. Alright. Let's get our position here. Spoilers out of the way. We are at Bikf. Next page, we can steal one of these. Previous page, put it in there. Okay, looks good. Flight plan. Bikf. Destination is E, and I always mix this one up. EKVG. KVG. Our alternate is Stornoway, EGPO, Stornoway. Okay, we can hit execute there. Performance. We can get our performance off of here. And we want to be 64.9, so let's set that up properly. See the CFG moving. Oops, what are we doing here? And we'll just put a couple of fictional passengers on. See, it goes red when you're too high there. 64.9, that looks good. Copy into FMS. And then we can go cruising altitude. We're going to go to, what was it, 23? 23, I believe I booked. Execute that and go to VNAV setup. Right, the wind. That's what I wanted to do because I did actually write it down this time. It's 22 at 1:30 here at Keflavik. Probably saying that wrong, am I? And then the wind in cruise is, I know I wrote it down. I wrote it down somewhere here, guys. Yeah, there it is. 280 at 029er. 280 at 029er. And at our destination is 13 at 310. It's marginal VFR over there, so 2,700 foot ceiling. 13 at 310. Okay, make sure everything's okay here. Looks good. We'll go departure and arrivals. We're using 19. And OSKUM 3 Charlie is what we booked out. We'll execute that. Go to flight plan. Let me go next page here, so it's got our route booked in there. We can go legs, so we can see all of this here. Alright, so flight plan. Okay, so now we can put in our OSKUM, or they got that in there already, yes, 2 OSKUM, and then ROSTI, R-O-S-T-I. R-O-S-T-I. ROSTI. G3 is an airway. G3. Isn't that a car? G3. And then MY. Okay, let's see here. Alright, excuse me guys. Okay, G3 MY, and then we can go ahead and execute that. See our legs here. Send her off to my, and then we're going to go departure and arrival. And the arrival we want runway 30 ILS 30. Sounds good. Select vectors. Go to our legs page. Oops, there my remote shut off on me. Then this one. Okay. Just before we hit execute, my. My and my. So C1, CI30 Zulu, FI30 Zulu. Okay, that looks good to me as far as I know about the CDU. Someone who knows something about this is maybe watching right now and laughing, but hey, it's okay. Missed approach, okay, yes, so 30 and then runway 30. Alright, looks good to me. Squawk is active. IRS are on, we're on 1. Do we have versus armed, seatbelt, yacht amper. Okay, that's taken care of. APU door is closed. Good, good. Put in our cruising altitude here. And again, guys, no one's on Vatsim, unfortunately. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's too high. It's 23,000. Alright. I just hit this little placard here. I'll push that yoke down. And we can set our barometers. Don't think it's 1013. Let me pull up the mid-RTAF here. No, we're not 1013, we're 300 is 1016. And you can always go ahead and hit B if you want. If you want. Or if you're like me and you like to set things, well. There. Put on some lights here. Armed and armed. Running off FMS 1, we'll do our... Just grab my flow papers here. Alright, we'll check our logo lights. We'll make sure our speeds are in. So flaps 8, dry, and then we'll set all. Hopefully that's in there now. Yes, it is. Okay, good. So logo lights, taxi lights on, taxi lights are on. Nose wheel steering, we checked that. Reverse thrust, we checked that. Handbrake, leave that for now. We'll do the pushback out of here. You know, we could probably bust a U-turn. Might end up running over everybody, but that's okay. Now we'll do the pushback properly here. First we gotta get rid of our wheel chocks.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by. Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft. Standing by for pushback.
Okay, what's going on here?
cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Alright, engines are already started since I went to taxi, so. Alright, I'll just call out on 122.8. Sure we're on there. Keflavik traffic, November 5009er Delta, type CRJ 550. It's taxiing from the east apron, terminal east apron to runway 19 via November. Keflavik traffic. Okay, we're gonna get spun around here. Nice big U-turn. And that should be good.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay, we'll check our trims here. Trim should be 5.9. What is it here? It is 7.5. Fix that up here. 5.9. Flaps will go 8 degrees. We'll make sure our cross fuel is on. Did that earlier, but apparently that doesn't come on with the when you set it up to ready to taxi. Okay. Pull that parking brake or push that parking brake, whatever you want to do. Give her some throttle. We are off to Vagar. Vagar on the Faeroe Islands. Love to travel there for real one day. And here to Iceland, it'd be nice. I also wanted to go hiking up in Greenland. I've always wanted to do that my whole life. All the things I want to do. Alright, so I guess this is November 4. I called it November. I got a very... Airmate has a very photocopied version of the ADC for this airport, but it's better than nothing. Good for flight sim. As our flaps are set, our cross feed valve checked, squawk is active, landing lights, turn those on now. Put our strobes on. And 500, the gear will go away. Flaps no more than 200 knots. 1,000 feet, we'll do the autopilot. And from there, we should be good. This goes right to runway 19, does it not?
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff.
Then 3 to 5,000, we'll set our crossfeed valve off, reversers off, nose wheel off, set our pressures, and continue on to 10,000 where our landing lights can go off. Keflavik traffic, November 5009er Delta, lining up runway 19er. Keflavik traffic. So it looks like a left turn after takeoff here, what I can see. Okay, check our flaps are set. They are 8 degrees. Go to the legs page here. Or the progress page, one of the two. Squawk is set. 112.8, that's right. I don't have the heading set on the runway. It's probably a good idea to do that. Okay, takeoff time will be 11:50 UTC. Come on, where's that heading? Alright, ready to go. And V1's what? 125 rotates, 125, E2, 136, okay. Just want to make sure that's not max, it's just in toga mode. Spoilers, get rid of those. I moved those when I was messing with the CDU, alright. Good thing we're automated. Go ahead and rotate there. Oh, that wind's catching us.
Airborne time logged.
Okay, there's our 500 feet. And we're going to make a left turn here. Here's our 1000. And we can go autopilot, nav and altitude, and IAS button. And set back to climb or throttle. We can get rid of the flaps, coming close to 200 knots there. I don't know what our climb is doing, but doesn't seem to be doing the right thing. There we go. If we put it into speed mode, it must... Whoa, that's a little high. And we're speeding. Going way too fast for 10,000. Sure what happened there. I think I pressed Alt instead of speed. But anyway, let's continue on here. 3 to 5,000. Want to make sure that can go off. These can go off, and the speed will adjust the climb. Should. See, the VS is 2.8 still, and the speed is very high, much higher than 250. So let's manually slow it down there. Till we get to 10,000. Try and, whoa, look at the VS. And do it somewhat properly here. Okay, gravity valve can go off. Why are we stuck there at 4,000? Unless I messed something up on the CDU there. Well, you know, we can just go VS here. And we can do it this way. Continue our climb this way. We can keep this into climb. Just adjust our VS accordingly. Try and maintain that 250 if we can. Definitely speeding. I think 10,000 and 250 is it's nearly international law. Seems like our navigation's following what it should be. We can set all these to 1013. Okay, coming up on 10,000 pretty quick here. And we got lots of rain. Lots of rain. We got a master caution. What do we got? Ice? I thought we'd get some ice. Deal with that. There's our 10,000. We can get rid of the landing lights. Taxi lights go off. Logos we don't need up here. These three can stay on. Emergencies are armed and we broke through the clouds. Look at that. And we're 230 knots. Climbing still at 3,000. I don't know if that's too high of a climb for a jet. Look at that, a rainbow. Rainbow! Remember when rainbows are cool, guys? Whatever happened? Whatever happened? My daughter draws rainbows. Rainbows were cool one day. They've been taken over. They've been hijacked. We must get them back. Alright, so let's see here. Performance, landing speeds. I think we'll have a wet runway. I don't know, but... I'm going to adjust the VS here. It's getting a little... It's going to start chipping away at our speed. I love using the HUD. Getting used to the attitude indicator in it. It's a little delayed, but other than that, it's really cool. Try and adjust our VS for accordingly anyway. Alright guys, won't be too much more, but some climbing and cruise stuff. Other than that, we're going to see you on the arrival. Alright, stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
Alright guys, we'll start our descent here. So first thing on my flow list is the ECS. We'll hit that button there. Check our landing elevation. I did type it in. Should be for, sorry, not the ECS, the ECS. Yeah, 280 feet, that's what it is. Slow the throttle down. We'll dial in our altitude here. So I want to be down to 4,000. 3, 4, 38, 39, 4. Okay, see we're losing our airspeed, which is good. Roll back into VS mode here and put ourselves down. You can see right there on the CDU there, 53.7. So a little further than I want to descend, but it's usually 23,000 times 3, which is where you want to start your descent. So 69 nautical miles. Man's favorite number. MFD. Change. Display. Set our altimeter. We slowed our throttles. Monitor throttle. 10,000 foot. Our landing lights. So you can see our TOD there on the display. Alright. So that's the descent, and I'll see you guys on the final. It's kind of in the way. See the runway down there, right there. Hit by something there, I'm not sure what that was. Wind's kicking up. Gotta get over that chunk of land there. Like flying with the head though, it's fun.
Terrain.
Big ol' full flaps.
Wind 320 at 17 knots.
There we got one white light, that's good. And drop that speed down a little more, not too much. 2 and 2, that's looking good. I feel that I'm too high. You look outside, you got terrain right there.
500. 400.
Look at how tall the lights are on the edge of the runway there.
300.
300 feet. Oh, that
Glide
runway's sloped.
Glide slow.
200.
Glide slow.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Hold it off.
Landing time logged.
Alright, there you have it. Get rid of the flaps. Hit the brakes here. And here we are at the Farroe. That landing was pretty good, probably one of my better ones in the CRJ while using the HUD. Okay, we'll just stop it right here, the hold line, and we'll fire up the APU.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Put our landing lights off, taxi lights on, logo lights can go back on, strobe lights can go off. Alright, we can head back to the terminal here. I got the ADC open and it looks like we're Alpha, and all I see is Alpha and Apron. Let's go to taxi and see what it says here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 over there at the apron. Over here, yeah. And this airport, by the way, guys, is a add-on airport from flightsim.to. It's a very, very good one. I cannot remember the author's name. I will have a link in the description. It probably does need an update, since I haven't updated it in a long time. I haven't flown up here since the Otter days, but that is that. Alright, so let's taxi to dealer's choice, I guess. We'll go to 3, how about that? I did do a tour of this one, there's a lot to it, so have a look at that video if you like. Alright, I think we'll stop right there. Put the park brake on, throttles at idle, and we'll go through our shutdown list here. So our brake is on, nose wheels are off. Oops, off. Reverse, turn those off. Cut the engines, so it's right here. Pull that back. And same with the right.
Engine off time logged. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by OnAir.
Navs and IRS can go off. And I always forget these taxi lights, but that's okay. Logos. Gonna leave those on for now till we shut everything down. Turn off the anti-ice as well. The probes can go down. Windshield heat as well. And the fuel boost can go off. And we can let the passengers free. Here we get the chocks in place. We'll open up the doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, the door is open. Please make your way to the exit and please make sure you have all your personal items and carry-on luggage.
Go ahead and power down all the hydraulics. Emergency lights go off. Alright, kill the APU now. And close the door. Beacons and navs can go off, and the master can go off. Alright. Just had a micro stutter there, no big deal. Alright guys, that's the flight. Welcome to the Faroe Islands. I thought the landing was pretty good with the HUD. It was pretty fun. Wasn't going to use it, then I was going to use it, then I enjoyed using it, so make a nice pick there, wouldn't it? Maybe there. Alright guys, remember, stack 'em sats, and we'll catch you on the next flight. Probably going back to the UK or Scotland or something. Alright, thanks for watching.